Aloha guys, it's Alison. I haven't really done a video diary entry for a while, so I thought it might be appropriate to do one here on my birthday. I'm on a beautiful walk down the beach in Australia, and oh my goodness, has it been a crazy couple of weeks. What have I been up to? Well, let's see. I just got back from New Zealand, and honestly, everybody always told me, oh, New Zealand's the most amazing place in the world. It's so beautiful. But honestly, I had no idea that they are so right. So in New Zealand, I went to Raglan, which is one of the most famous surf breaks in the world. Beautiful, long left-hand point break. They say that it's the longest left in the world, but then you hear, oh, well, Chicama's the longest left-hand break in the world, or one's in Costa Rica, so who knows, but it is really beautiful and very long. And I was lucky enough to team up there with Daniel Cariopa and his family. He's a legendary Maori surfer, and I did an Alison's Adventures episode with him. That'll be coming out in the next few weeks here. Really excited. It was amazing. I got to just get to know him and his family, and we went fishing in the canoes and collected shellfish and lived off the land and learned about their customs and Maori traditions, and got to surf with him. He takes out these Alaya wooden surfboards as he's made from hand, and I felt like I had gone back in time. He's like getting barreled and doing 360s on this wooden surfboard that's like paper thin and just making it, and it was so inspirational. Really cool experience. And then when I was surfed out, we headed into the most landlocked place on the North Island of New Zealand called Blue Duck Station. And it's basically a farm, and one of the most epic farms I've ever been to. Right away I find myself whisked off on a horse, and I'm galloping through New Zealand countryside and mustering sheep, which mustering is kind of like the equivalent of a roundup. And so we are going through these lush green hills, and all the sheep are like, nah, and they're all running around us, and we're galloping and trying to corral them in using the sheepdogs, and they have these like special whistles that they use. So that was epic. Met Cowboy Chad. Cowboy Chad and I set off on a crazy adventure into the New Zealand wilderness, and that's going to be my next episode from New Zealand as well, so stay tuned. We got to ride up to these mountain tops and see the fog over the hills where they, the mountains, the volcanoes where they filmed Lord of the Rings at sunrise, and honestly some of the most magical stuff I've ever experienced. Slept in this crazy log cabin, this ancient log cabin that used to be this mail post in the olden days, and no food, no water, no heat, just freezing. We made a fire, and it was full on New Zealand outback cowboy style. And gosh, what else did we do? We got mustered up cattle, just basically spent time getting crazy muddy, trudging through wild wilderness, and forming some of the best memories of my life for sure. It was awesome. And now I'm back here thawing out in Australia, and about to take a bit of a breather here before I head off to Fiji for the month of June and do some incredible underwater adventures, because I'm lucky enough to have the lovely Sarah Lee, photographer, with me, and I can't wait to see the magic she's going to create underwater with photos and film, and do an episode there with some of the last firewalkers in the world. So yeah, just really been getting into documenting a day in the life of these people around the world and how they live and how they survive, whether it's Cockatoo Paul, Mr. Crocodile Dundee, in the Australian wilderness, or Maori surfers in New Zealand, and how we can spread on the culture and the tradition and the survival tactics and the respect for the earth and the planet. And oh, there's a dog. Hi, doggy. And the waves and the ocean and surf and the land, and how important nature is in this planet and the future of it. So loving to inspire people. I hope that I am able to inspire some of you out there to get off the couch, go for a surf, get out and adventure, or just really appreciate your life, because the grass is always greener. Trust me. It's been crazy definitely a lot of work. Don't think that I'm just, photos only show so much of what goes on. Everything is hard work, and I think everything that you do with a good heart is rewarding. And so yeah, hoping to keep inspiring more schools, especially when I get home, and people across the world. If you guys have any questions, adventure questions, travel questions, anything for the good of the cause, let me know. And check out Alison'sAdventures.com. How's that for a plug? And hopefully we can all team up for some adventures around the world. Let me know. Open to some crazy, wild places that keep popping up. It's all about the people that you meet when you travel, and so thankful. It's my birthday today, and I'm staying with an incredible family here on the coast of Australia. She made me the most beautiful birthday cake, Death by Chocolate Martha Stewart cake with strawberries, and a fabulous dinner, and an incredible birthday surf. So thank you all for being there for me in my adventures, and I want to wish you the warmest, absolute aloha from down under Australia. Now you gotta check out my view. Look at this. Whee! And it's gonna be a gorgeous sunset. Okay, see you later.